السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رجعنا لكم مرة تانية نواصل في بابنا المتكامل The Project Integration Management. حقيقة بعض الباب أو بعض المدربين للبي ام بي بيفضل في إنه يأخر الباب ده بعد ما ينتهي من كل ال Knowledge Areas، يعني بعد ما ينتهي من ال Project Scope Management إلى أن يأتي لل Project Stakeholders Management، ثم بعدها بيجي بيعمل لها Integration. ولكن أنا حتبع إن شاء الله نظام ال PMI في كتاب البين بوك، لأنه أنا حاسبه هو الأجمل وهو الأفضل. خلاصة الأمر قلنا هناخد رؤية شاملة integrated viewpoint أو integrated management في إنه كيف هنقدر ندير المشروع بنطاق شامل. ودي أهمية إنه لما تتخذ أي قرار في المشروع يكون مربوط مع غيره من النولج areas. يعني أحيانا تلقى بعض الناس يتخذ قرار عبارة عن cost oriented decision، يعني قرار مبني على cost فقط، يهمل الجانب بتاع السكجول اللي هو التايم، يهمل الجانب بتاع الكواليتي، يهمل الجانب بتاع الريسورسز اند سو اون. وبعض الناس بيتخذ قرار مبني على السكوب فقط، وبيهمل الجانب المتعلق بالكوست والكواليتي والسكجول وغيره. فأهمية الباب هي رؤية شاملة للمشروع from A to Z، وده الباب اللي بيتكلم عن المشروع generally or in integration or in integrated viewpoint. ما سيأتي بعد من الأبواب من الشابتر نمبر 5 إلى شابتر نمبر 13 هي عبارة عن تفصيل، بنسميها progressive elaboration، يعني تفصيل ممل in detail للحاجة اللي هنفصلها الآن أو هناخدها الآن بشكل مجمل. الشابتر لا شك يتكون من 7 processes: develop project charter، ثم develop project management plan، ثم direct and manage project work، ثم manage project knowledge، ثم monitor and control project work، ثم perform integrated change control، وأخيرا close project or phase. عشان نشرحها بصورة أفضل ونفهمها بصورة أفضل تعالوا ناخد كيس. والكيس ستاديز من أهم الأشياء اللي ممكن توصل المعلومة للطالب أو الدارس. ما كل الناس هي الآن عايشة في projectized companies، أو ما كل الناس شغالة في projectized companies. فبالتالي بعض الناس بتكون المفاهيم مع انه ممكن نتفق معاهم في المصطلح، لكن المفهوم بتاعه من المصطلح قد يختلف من جهة لجهة لاختلاف الانفايرمنت نفسها او الاورجانيزيشنال ستراكشر بين المؤسسة. فنحن الان بناخد حاجة common سميناها good practice، حاجة شبه مشتركة بيناتنا نمشي عليها. وذكرنا في العالم في اكثر من مدرسة تبع البي ام بي او تبع البروجكت مانجمنت. عندك ده بي ام بي اللي ماشيين عليها الناس ترجع على البي ام اي The Project Management Institute. عندنا ناس بريتش عندهم البرنس 2، وفي نظام الايسو 21500 Project Management. دي كلها عبارة عن ستاندردز بياخدوها الناس حتى يديروا المشاريع. ونحن اخذنا النموذج الامريكي كنموذج لانه هو الاشهر وهو اللي له الرواج الكبير وهو اللي له الطلب الكبير ما بين كل الناس اللي بترغب تكون او تتميز في الجانب بتاع البروجكت مانجمنت. لذلك هنبدا بكيس ستادي كالمعتاد. لاحظ معي، شاهد معي. والجميل في الكيس دي انه كل الكلمات الانجليزيه بتلقاها مكتوبه عباره عن في سب تايتل مشروحه او مكتوبه تحت. هو عباره عن كيس متعلقه بانه جامعه مانشستر عاوزه تعمل نيو اكستنشن اضافه. فعشان ما احرق الخبر خلينا نشاهد الموضوع مع بعض. شاهد معي الفيديو، حاول استنتج المعلومة بشكلك أو بصورتك الخاصة. هنشاهد الفيديو الآن في شكل كامل ثم نرجع نفصله. تقريبا هو 10 دقائق أو حاجة بالشكل ده. ده بيدينا الشكل المفهوم بتاع البروجكت انتجريشن. لما نيجي نعمل انتجريشن في مكان ما هنحتاج لشنو. يبقى شاهد معي الآن الفيديو. حاول أنت يا ريت تكون معك ورقة وقلم زي ما أنا الآن معي ورقة وقلم. حاول لخص النقاط، بعض المصطلحات الجميلة، بعض العبارات الجميلة، بعض انه مقسم البروجكت ده كيف لكم فيس وليه واخذ كم من الزمن معاهم انسون. لانه دي الحاجه المحتاجه لها الان في بنيتنا للبروجكت مانجمنت. الكتاب موجود مع اي انسان منكم، لكن فهم الكتاب يحتاج الى شيء من الصفاء والنقاء والفهم الواسع. فبنحاول ننوع خبرتنا وتجربتنا بتجارب الاخرين. لا بشك انه الحكمه ضاله المؤمن، فالعاقل بيحاول يكتسب تجربه محمد وعلي واحمد وجون وبول وجورج ايا كان. في النهايه انت بتكمل، كل ما تاخد تجربه تضيف لنفسك معاني جميله. فحاول لخص الاشياء الجميله الحاجات المصطلحات حتى الغريبة عليك، ثم حنرجع نشرحها تاني الكيس دي مع بعض، ونحاول نقيف على الاوتلاينز بتاعتها، ثم نبدأ ان شاء الله بعدين في شرح المادة. نبدأ الآن مشاهدة الكيس. طيب نبدأ الآن الكيس معانا.
Being one of the largest cities in England, Manchester is becoming an increasingly important gateway, and it has been ranked as science, innovation, infrastructure, and the rise of the northern powerhouse. Manchester is the northwest forward-looking and inspirational city region. This is a world-class business investment location with all the benefits and attractions of a vibrant European metropolis. It is also the home of two famous British Premier League football clubs, Manchester United and Manchester City. The University of Manchester is a well-established and renowned university providing world-class education to students from all over the world for over 100 years. The Universities Alliance Business School is amongst top business schools across UK, and currently Manchester Business School is undergoing a refurbishment project worth £60 million to create mixed offer of retail, food and leisure for students, staffs and visitors. This development forms part of the university's 10-year £1 billion campus master plan to create some of the most modern campus facilities in the world. This ambitious development will have a major impact on the city of Manchester and the Northwest region. The exciting Manchester Business School redevelopment project will create a new hotel, executive education centre and redevelop the school buildings to enable MBS to co-locate on one side of Oxford Road in the strategically important Oxford Road corridor. Let's explore what project management techniques from ABM Borg have been utilised to take control and ensure the MBS rebuild project to move toward a successful direction. Stakeholder management would help to harness positive influences and minimize the effect of negative influences. It comprises 4 main steps. The first step is to identify stakeholders.
In an MBS redevelopment project, stakeholders are divided into 8 categories: clients, managers, employees, end users, private financiers, community, government, and suppliers.
Next task is stakeholder analysis, which is based on power and interest. Mr. Boland helps us analyze the stakeholder mapping progress and point out that people in MBS have been influenced mostly.
The most influential people who have an impact on the project are the internal stakeholders within the business school. So, we've been meeting with the business school stakeholders for 3, 4, 5 years, in terms of being able to ensure that the building meets their requirements.
As defined in ABM Box 6 edition, communication is one type of interpersonal skills. Since projects are developed and managed by people, the dynamics, attitudes, and relationships between the people are the keys to enable their success. There are usual barriers found to effective communication. It could be physical or cultural. In the modern world, a wide range of media available provides great opportunity but also increases the risk of inefficient communication through poor choice.
Poor communication is probably one of the key reasons why projects can go off track. So every project should have a communication plan. You can never communicate enough. And it's always best to maybe follow up some kind of written communication with maybe some kind of verbal communication. My preferred mode of communication is face-to-face meetings, but often because of time pressures, you're not able to actually meet with everybody. But from a communication plan, you've got to try and determine at the beginning who your audience is going to be. In most cases, the focus would probably be on stakeholders.
Project scope defines both the goal and the activities of the projects to be performed. It further requires using of schedule management to appropriately guide the project. MBS Rebuild project is divided into three parts, that is, bridge demolition, existing building refurbishment, and the newly built hotel part. It can be seen from the Gantt chart of the project. Time arrangement of each specific work is conducted clearly and sequentially. For instance, duration for the bridge demolition is from 27th of July 2015 to 27th of April 2016, which is 8 months. The building refurbishment part will involve a new design and a sequence of reconstruction activities including roofing, ceiling and wall, etc. The duration is from 18th of September 2015 to 20th of January 2017, which is 5 months. The Gantt chart can objectively demonstrate which works are progressing in advance or in delay comparing with baselines. If a work item is falling behind its schedule, we need to identify whether it is located on the critical path to make sure the entire duration is not affected.
As procurement has become an increasingly important theme, the relationship with Brownwood in the procurement process is not to be overlooked.
Procurement is more than just managing spend for structured process. Procurement adds value. You match the needs of the organization to what the supply market can provide, and vice versa, developing the supply market to meet the needs of organization about influencing and negotiating, building relationships with key stakeholders and suppliers. In this project, the developer-led solution was engaged into the project, which facilitates the business school handle this project.
Basically, they were looking for the developer to provide them with some accommodation, but then would also provide the developer with an opportunity for a long-term investment. And the developer paid the university, was saying about the university wanted the business school wanted a building but didn't have the money for it. Bromwood paid the university a sum of money, so they had the benefit of doing the retail units.
So benefiting from the double rows of Bruntwood, there is a win-win situation. In addition, Bruntwood renders this project for the business school clear to control by acting the bridge between the business school and other contractors. Risk covers all the life cycle of procurement and should be considered, mitigated, or resolved in every decisions across the procurement process. As risks are inherent in every project, risk management is now widely accepted in the project management as a significant procedure. It intends to recognize and manage the events that may occur potentially during implement stage. In a particular project, the risk register is a normal tool to help PMs manage risks. Certainly, communication is a continuous process in any project.
Risks can provide opportunities in some aspects. In MBS project, the connection of the steel frame and the concrete building could cause a very hard and noisy activity which had been a recurring risk to the team.
The reason why we're doing a very light refurbishment is that the people are also staying in the building. They haven't vacated the building. Okay. So we're trying to construct the project with them being retained in the building all the way through, which presents us with some difficulty in terms of things like noise and dust and all of these kind of things. Yeah. And the connection of the steel framework for the library into Harold Hangings was going to be a particularly noisy and difficult process for us.
By reviewing the risk, the design team looked at the steam frame again and redesigned the structure framework, which limited the amount of noise and distraction, successfully turned the risk into an opportunity.
MBS redevelopment project has done remarkable work so far. Their work reflected the strong points of project management. In specific, the techniques and methods have been perfectly practiced and adapted in the project context. Due to that, the MBS redevelopment project is operating in order and is expected to get the best outcome in the future.
طيب الآن شاهدنا المقطع بحمد رب العالمين، والآن وصلنا لا بد نذكر كذلك أصحاب الفكرة. ده عبارة عن تيم هو ساهم في إنه يقدم لنا المسألة دي بصورة بروفيشنال، وعبارة عن Association for Project Management Directors Directorate State and Facilities Manchester Business School. فهم قدموا لنا دور ما سهل في مسألة السيستم بتاعنا. لابد أن نبين للناس زي أو نذكر الجهد بتاعهم الأشياء دي كلها. طيب الآن حاترككم ونرجع إن شاء الله في البارت القادم حتى نبدأ نفصل نوعا ما أو نخش ديبلي في الأشياء اللي حصلت فينا شنو، الناس اللي اثناء ما كانوا بيتناقشوا عاوزين يوصلوا لنا شنو، ثم حناخدها بعد ذاك إن شاء الله رب العالمين هي بمثابة الكيس اللي احنا بموجبه حنتكلم عن نشرح مفهوم البروجكت انتجريشن مانجمنت. وانا اؤكد ان شاء الله بنحاول نفهمها ونجيدها على ونبسطها للناس. اللي عنده خبرة سابقة عنها اوكي ما في مشكلة، يمكن ويمتن ويتعمق في الفكرة. واللي هو الان فريش بالنسبة لنا في الجانب بتاع بروجكت مانجمنت بنحاول نتناقش معاه بصورة ديبلي بشيء من التفاصيل حتى نصل في النهاية لحاجة تجمعنا مع بعض. فنتقابل ان شاء الله في السكشن القادم، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.